If your buyer's agent is now telling you they can help you buy off the plan property, ask yourself what advantage they are actually creating for you. Because a buyer's agent is supposed to create leverage for the buyer. Off the plan property is controlled almost entirely by the seller. The developer controls the pricing, the stock release, the incentives, the negotiation environment, the marketing, and the sales process. So what exactly is the buyer's agent doing? There are usually dozens of identical apartments, identical floor plans, identical finishes inside a developer-controlled ecosystem. No scarcity, no distressed seller, no emotional leverage, no price discovery, no unique opportunity. You're not buying a scarce asset. You're buying inventory. And the moment a buyer's agent becomes comfortable steering clients toward developer stock, you have to ask whether they are acting as an advisor or becoming part of a distribution channel. Because real buyer's agents create leverage against the seller. Off-the-plan environments are designed to create leverage for the seller. Established property requires actual skill. Sourcing scarcity, negotiating asymmetry, identifying mispricing, competing in perfect markets, understanding long-term owner-occupier demand. Developer stock is different. Inventory already exists. The pricing is controlled. The sales process is standardized. The buyer is sold certainty. We're already starting to see parts of the industry reposition themselves around new property and off-the-plan purchasing as government incentives increasingly shift toward new builds. That should make buyers extremely cautious because a tax incentive does not turn a weak asset into a strong one. And historically, a lot of the off-the-plan stock, especially high-density apartments, has underperformed established property over and over again. Because the real long-term wealth in Australian property has usually come from scarce land, not the building itself. Buildings depreciate, land appreciates. That's how previous generations built wealth. Established homes, tight supply, scarce land, owner-occupier demand. Now compare that to what younger Australians are increasingly being funneled toward. High-density apartments, fringe estates, small land components, high-body corporate stock, and properties priced at peak construction costs. And this is happening while the construction feasibility across Australia has been broken for years. Construction costs exploded. Financing costs exploded. Developers stopped building because projects no longer stacked up economically. Margins disappeared, so the projects that do proceed now often rely heavily on aggressive marketing, tax incentives, interstate investors, foreign buyers, and polished sales funnels to absorb supply into the market. Then suddenly everyone becomes an off-the-plan specialist because the economics of the industry are changing. Established property is harder to buy well. Scarcity is harder to find. Competition is intense. Negotiation matters. Developer stock is scalable, and younger Australians are the easiest people to direct toward it right now because policy settings increasingly reward new builds over established assets. But the government can incentivize demand for new builds. It cannot manufacture scarcity. And scarcity is still what drives long-term wealth creation in property. So if somebody is helping you buy a property by talking more about depreciation, negative gearing, tax benefits, or government incentives than they are about scarcity, land value, owner-occupier demand, or supply constraints, you need to start questioning whether you are buying a great asset or simply helping absorb developer inventory into the market.